Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. Yes, it's Wednesday, new album review day. Today we've got a brand new release from Germany's, I guess you can call them technical or progressive death metal veterans. Their sixth album, I'm talking about Obscura, a Valediction, out now on Nuclear Blast Records. There we go. Got a little bit of glare there. Like I said, their sixth album. This comes hot on the heels of Diluvium from 2018. They started off in 2004. Retribution, Cosmogenesis or Cosmogenesis, however you like to say it, in 2009. Omnivium in 2011, which is amazing. Acroasis in 2016. Like I said, Diluvium in 2018. And here, a Valediction here in 2021. Nuclear Blast Records, hot off the presses. This is absolutely incredible. If you've never listened to Obscura before, yes, they are a death metal band, but they play very melodically. Okay, it's a very melodic style of death metal with some absolutely incredible guitar playing, which incorporates elements of prog and jazz fusion, very intricate arrangements, of course, excellent growling vocals, just really, really high art within the death metal framework. The band is comprised of Stefan Kummerer on rhythm guitars and vocals. You've got the great Christian Munzer on lead guitar. Munzer, okay, on lead guitar. One of the great guitar players of the extreme metal scene. This guy is absolutely amazing. Jeroen Paul Thesseling on bass. And David Diepold on drums. He's the newest member of the band. So you've got 11 tracks on here in total. Let's take a look at the album. So there's the artwork. Always really cool artwork on their albums. And then let's get that booklet out here. Hold on. There we go. As with most of the Nuclear Blast product, you get pretty high-class booklets here filled with lyrics, pictures of the guys in the band. There they all are. All right. And then additional info on the production and all that kind of stuff. So, in effect, this was produced by Fredrik Nordstrom and the band. Okay, Fredrik, of course, very, very notable. Has worked with a lot of acts here on the metal scene. Mixed and mastered at Friedman Studios in Gothenburg, Sweden. And I guess that's artwork by... oh boy, Aaron Cantor. So what do we get on this album? Like I said, 11 tracks of progressive and technical death metal mayhem. A little bit of everything. You get really technical stuff. You get more melodic stuff. There's actually one or two tracks that are more like traditional death metal that kind of lighten up on the complexity a little bit. Like Devoured Usurper is old school, early 90s style death metal, really cool. But then you get stuff like The Beyond, which has just this amazing... weaving, twisting kind of arrangement with some face-melting, shredding solos. You got Orbital Elements, which is an absolutely incredible instrumental. All right, you got the title track, which is great. When Stars Collide is absolutely crushing. All right, there's just the weaving riffs and the bass playing and the drumming is just like all over the place. The Neuromancer is another titanic song on here. Heritage, the final track, all right, very proggy, but it's still death metal, right? You got these great, like kind of like acoustic guitar parts going in the beginning, and then it just gets heavier and heavier as it goes on. Epic sounding. In Adversity is another good one. The kickoff track, Forsaken, just kind of grabs you by the throat, and like, here we are. We're in for a wild ride, right? Solaris is another good one. In Unity is great. I mean, this is a really, really, really spectacular album, which is not surprising because if you've been following this band, every release is so good. I mean, it's hard for me. I've been listening to these guys since they first came out. This is one of those bands where every album on our rating system, 4 out of 5 or higher. So either it's, for me, a 4 out of 5 is an excellent album. 4.5 or 5 is damn near perfect. I would say every single Obscura album is 4.5, or 5 stars, and this is no different. I'm going to give this a 4.5 right now. Not quite sure if I'm at a perfect rating yet or ranking yet because it is so new. But man, there's just nothing to fall here. And if you don't like death metal, I get it. But the growled vocals are done so well. and there's so much melody on these songs, and it's a lot of these tracks are very complex, but it's not nonstop shredding and so complicated that you listen to it and you get dizzy, because there's some straightforward type riffing going on here and song arrangements, but for the, they mix in and blend in these technical passages that just make perfect sense, and they're so melodic on the ears, which is the important thing. So yeah, I'm digging this a lot. A Valediction by Obscura, one of the best death metal bands going, or technical death metal bands, progressive death metal band, whatever you want to call it. This is really good. Expert production, just sounds great, and yeah, this is another standout album here in 2021. Might be one of my favorite extreme metal albums that have been released this year. And I love when stuff like this comes out late in the year. You're like, oh, where have you been all year, right? But that's the way it usually goes every year. You get this like rash of really strong releases that come out late in the year, which then make you kind of rethink your whole best of the year that you've kind of amassed so far. So I do that every year. It's like I have kind of like this list of albums that I put together as the year goes on. It's like, all right, I think this is one of my favorite. And then like October, November, December comes around, and you get a handful of them that like kind of throw the whole list in disarray. It's like, oh, now where do I put this now, right? So, but that's okay. It's all part of the job, right? So thanks for watching. Please go check this out. Nuclear Blast Records, Obscura, A Valediction. Definitely worth your time if you're into more progressive extreme metal stuff. I think you'll dig this. Technical, but very, very melodic. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Stay tuned. Coming up on the channel, we've got tonight, we have the Guitarist Corner, where we look at some of our favorite all-instrumental guitar-based albums. That's coming up tonight. Tomorrow, we've got The Monsters Den with Chris Allo and myself, along with Craig Kaminsky and Kirk Manning, talking about our favorite aquatic monster movies. So yeah, the movies, horror movies, monster movies with giant fishmen or small fishmen or lots of tiny fish or big fish, whatever it might be, or, fish humanoids, whatever. That's coming up tomorrow night, and then Friday morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff, where we are looking at our favorite album covers from Hypnosis. That'll be a first part of a two-part series, so that's coming up. Stay tuned for that. And then album homework assignment coming up this weekend. I'm not quite sure exactly who's going on Sunday. We have a couple in the works, but one might be delayed a little bit, so I have another one waiting in the wings. So we'll give you hopefully something on Sunday, hoping, fingers crossed. It's the wonders of doing a channel like this is trying to schedule everything out right, and sometimes things happen. Real life happens. Sometimes you have something that seems like it's set in stone to happen at a certain date, and that gets thrown off. It happens all the time. I think you guys don't realize how much that actually does happen. So it's always a challenge scheduling all this stuff. It's probably half of my responsibilities in making this channel work and function every day is the schedule. That can be a challenge, managing all that. But we usually make it work really well. So we'll see. So hopefully you'll get something on Sunday from album homework assignment. So we will make it happen regardless. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell. I think that's going to be the last new album review today. Till next week. So for next week, we've got Caligonaut, the brand new one from them. We've got a new archival live release from Chick Corea and the acoustic band. We've got an Alan Holdsworth archival live recording. We've got the brand new one from Quill, new Ross Jennings solo album, the singer from Haken. We've got a very cool project from Fernando Perdomo and Carmine Apiece. I'm just kind of looking at everything we got over here. Got the brand new one from progressive metal act Altezia. We got the new Progressive Souls Collective album, another cool progressive metal project. We've got new Baledo. We've got all sorts of stuff. So we'll be fitting all that stuff in between now and the end of the year on Wednesdays as we kind of finish up with all of the reviews we're going to cover here on the channel for 2021. But please go to our webzine, www.seaoftranquility.org, and check out the wealth of different reviews from all of our writers that have been amassed here this year. So over 23,000 reviews there, our 20th year on the internet. It's amazing, right? How time flies. So thanks for watching. Please go check out the new Obscura, and we'll see you again here real soon on the channel. Thanks for watching. I'm Pete Pardo. Bye-bye.